Hello, my name's Gareth Preston. I'm currently doing the Digital Technology and Solutions Apprenticeship, and I work as a technical officer at Manchester Metropolitan University, who also incidentally are providing the apprenticeship training. I'm on the third year of a BSc degree. After school, I went to Bolton Metropolitan College instead of sixth form, and then on to Sheffield Polytechnic. Since then, I've done a couple of jobs, but I've largely worked in my current job as a technical officer for the last 26 years or so. So I decided it was time that I challenged myself and also upgraded my skills by doing this apprenticeship. I'd say I was a reasonable student at school as far as my academic career was concerned. I was made aware of apprenticeships when an email came round at work asking if any technicians would be interested in applying. And there was the university was having a bit of a push on training at the time, and so I thought about it, and I had been asking about getting some specifically programming training for a while. So this seemed like a good match. I'll admit I had my reservations at the time. I did wonder if I was too old really to be an apprentice, which is something I associate with being a young person at the start of their career. But my line manager at the time made the good point that you're never too old to learn. And it's a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. So I decided to apply, wrote a letter explaining why I thought I would benefit from getting the apprenticeship, and enclosed my CV, and happily I was taken on. It's certainly been illuminating to be a student again, particularly at the university where I work, and I think I've definitely discovered more about the campus and what it provides through being a student. Being a technical officer is quite a wide-ranging job. It covers a lot of ground. I mean, my particular duties include audiovisual equipment and filming and setting it up for other people, or just loaning it to staff and students, working on database work, creating resources, both practical and online, stock control, and taking general inquiries at the counter, because all kinds of people bring questions and stuff, and if we can't help them ourselves, we can usually point them in the right direction about where they can get help. Since I've begun this apprenticeship, I've been taking on more responsibility, helping a lot with moving education online in the current COVID-19 situation, creating database solutions, and also publicity material to promote the resource centre where I work and what we can offer. When it comes to how my apprenticeship is delivered, I have 1 day a week of academic learning. Now, in the first 2 years, this meant going in to attend lectures elsewhere on the campus. In the current situation, it's online learning at the moment. It's the Digital Technology and Solutions course starts off being fairly structured, I would say, and you're pretty much guided in your studies, which is what I needed. I needed a more structured way of learning programming and web design. But increasingly, I mean, now in my third year, there's a lot more emphasis on independent learning. And the good thing is about the apprenticeship is that it gives you the skills to help you do that in terms of researching work and sources of expertise. I'm also provided with a skills tutor. We have 4 regular meetings each year, making sure that that I'm still on course and answering any questions or problems I might have. I also have a portfolio called the One File, which covers all my off-the-job training. Encouraged and indeed expected to do off-the-job training, which can include mentoring others or shadowing other people at where you work, taking part in competitions or hackathons, also attending conferences and similar. I'm fortunate in that my employer and especially my line managers have been very helpful and very supportive in giving me the time that I need, and also for pointing out possible opportunities for me to get that experience and off-the-job training. I'm about halfway through my course at the moment. I have another 2 years to run on it. There is a time commitment with apprenticeships, I would say. You will be needing evenings and weekends. So I think before you embark on an apprenticeship, you have to be aware of that and be prepared perhaps that some other things that you like to do will have to be put on the back burner for the time being if you're hoping to make a success of your apprenticeship. I would say I've gained a lot from my apprenticeship, just in terms of knowledge about digital technology, all kinds of software packages and approaches that I was not aware of before. Also non-technical skills, like especially in terms of project management and business, such as what good report writing is and reflective writing. I've definitely improved a lot in both those areas. When I've completed my apprenticeship, I might well be looking for a new job, new challenges that are closer to my interests. But even if I stay in the job that I'm currently doing, and I do enjoy most of it, I'll still think it was worthwhile in terms of just all the things I've gained, and my confidence has definitely improved. I would definitely recommend apprenticeships. They're very practical. There's the whole you earning as you learn side of it, which does make it very viable if you don't want to take out a large student loan. And one of the great things about the apprenticeship is that you grow with it. I mean, certainly I am now doing things that 2 years ago would have seemed extremely intimidating and almost impossible for me. But now, because of what I've learned, I'm feeling a lot more capable. And probably the other thing I would say, as I said earlier, is to accept that it is going to be a time commitment. But I think it's time that's very well invested.